What's KNX? How to start with KNX? What's home automation or building automation in general? How to start with that? Today we'll answer those questions, inshallah. Today we'll be taking you through the journey of home automation with KNX. We'll talk about what's KNX, what's home automation, what's building automation, how to start with KNX or building automation, what is that certified training from KNX, what does it mean to be a certified partner with KNX, what will be taught in the certified KNX trainings. This video is in English. We have another one in Arabic, by the way. So if you're watching that but you prefer the one in Arabic, you can get it also from our channel. Let's start with what is home automation or building automation and what is the benefit of home automation or building automation. Home automation or building automation is simply the technology that will allow you in your house or office or building in general to have a full control over the devices in the building. Not only a full control, but also to have an integration of among the devices in the house. By integration, I mean a complete integration in the house. Imagine sensors detecting all the environment changes in the house and then taking action based on that. So when temperature is high, AC is going on automatically. When temperature is low, AC is going off. When someone is in the room, then AC is not going off, but when someone leaves the room, then AC and lights are automatically going off. All this kind of control. This is in a very simple way, home automation or smart home. With this, you can have a control over your mobile, you can have notification on your mobile, all source of control you can have on your on the in the house. The benefit of that is limitless. Your imagination can guide you through that. Benefit of that might be securing your house. So whenever there is an intrusion in the house and someone is trying to get into the house during specific timing, the sensors will send you notification telling you someone is in the house or someone trying to take the house. You can get also a notification in your mobile. You can get a very loud siren taking control. A lot of benefits for security or for safety because they have a lot of sensors checking gas detection, air quality sensors, smoke in the house, even water leakage. And whenever there are water leakage or something like that, then the valve can automatically closes off the water input to the house. You can really have a saving in the energy bills of your house by almost 30% because you will be controlling when the lights and when the AC will be on and when they will be off. Imagine a scenario in the hotel. This is very famous. In the hotel, when you open a window, then maybe after 1 minute, the AC will automatically goes off because you are not trying to make air condition for the street. So these are simply the benefits of home automation. Is it only for homes? No, actually, it's for homes, for offices, for buildings, hospitals, universities, schools. We have installed the systems in mosques, in big buildings, small buildings. It is suitable for all sorts of building where people can live there. Okay? Good. Since it is suitable for a lot of people, then the demand is getting very high on home automation in general now. So a lot of projects are now introducing home automation in their needs. A lot of companies now are trying to open sections for home automation. Many system integrators from light current or from CCTV are trying also to go into home automation. This will lead us to something very important. If the technology is very good and based on this technology, we can have a lot of demand on this technology. So how to go with the technology, how to start with the technology. If I am a student and I want to join this, or if I am a system integrator working with CCTV or with light current and I want to join home automation, how to start with it. This will lead us to something called KNX in the beginning. So what is KNX? Key feature of what we said before is the integration. The amount of integration you have in the project, meaning the amount of devices, meaning the amount of benefits you are getting. And this is where KNX comes. KNX is not a product. KNX is a protocol, a technology. And it is very simple and very easy now to say that KNX is the largest and most stable home automation or building automation protocol worldwide now. Since KNX is a protocol, then you have a lot of companies producing devices for KNX. So you are not bound with one company or one brand, but you can have almost from 500 or 600 brands, manufacturers worldwide producing devices. So in your solution, you will never be out of solution because you will have a solution from one of those 500 or 600 companies. And we are talking about big companies. We are talking about companies like AP, Schneider, Young, companies from Germany, companies from Turkey, companies from Italy. So a lot of companies, meaning a lot of devices, meaning a lot of solutions, meaning competition among the manufacturers for you to get better price, better quality, or unique benefit for your client. It's a worldwide technology. Then your knowledge that you are going to gain through one project, you'll be able to apply through other projects worldwide. So today you got a project in, let's say, in Egypt, almost the same knowledge you will be able to apply in projects in Saudi Arabia or in Germany because it's worldwide technology. This is maybe the most unique benefits of KNX. Then the question will come, if building automation is that good and the demand is high, so maybe the salaries also are good, which is good by the way, and it allow me also a feature or a benefit to travel worldwide to make some kind of projects abroad. And then KNX is the largest protocol and the demand is very clear about KNX. So in a very simple way, how to start working with KNX or with building automation. Before we start with this question, let me first check with you about something. If you are a system integrator or a company that wants to start with home automation or with KNX, then certified training will be the, let's say, the clear way to do that. If you are a student still in a university, then my advice to you, don't start with the certified training, start with one of the online trainings. We have some online trainings on our YouTube channel as well. And once you settle that you like this kind of technology, that this is the career you want to pursue, then you can go and get the certified training. Then now we have to talk about what are the certified trainings in KNX. First, let me tell you what does it mean certified. Certified trainings from KNX, meaning a certified training that's approved from KNX Association. KNX Association is the association that is putting all the standard of KNX. This is the father of KNX. Okay, those are the people that gather together to put all the standards, to put all the technology trends and all the protocol standards. That these are the association that approves a device from a company, and also they are approving the training from a company. So anyone that is going to teach certified KNX training should be a certified tutor. In a training center that is going to give a certified KNX training should be a certified training center from KNX Association itself. What does it mean certified? Meaning in a very simple way that the certificate you get by finishing the training is not from a training center, but it is certified from KNX Association. So it's a worldwide, globally known certificate, and it's the same certificate from that you will get whenever you took the course. The training itself is a certified training, meaning that the material and the teaching and the training and even the devices are certified from KNX Association. So no training center has the freedom to cut anything from the training. The training should have a minimum amount of information that will be taught during the training itself to make sure that you gained the knowledge, and that when you pass the exams and when you get the certificate, meaning that you have a specific knowledge and a specific level of experience from this training center. So let's talk about the certified trainings. Now we know that the certified trainings are important. What are certified trainings we have in KNX? We have 4 major certified trainings in KNX. We have the basic certified training, the advanced certified training, the HVAC, and the tutor. The tutor, which is the fourth one, the one that you have to get and to pass the exam if you're going to teach KNX, like myself. Okay, so now we'll talk mostly about the basics, the advanced, and the HVAC. Today we'll be talking mostly about the basic. In a very simple way, the basic course is your entry through KNX. This is the one that will teach you all the basics about KNX. It has a theory part and the practical part. In the theory part, we'll talk about the contents that are being taught during the theory part, and we'll talk also about the practical part. And after each part, you have an exam. So you'll have an exam after the practical part, and you have an exam also after the theory part. Passing the 2 exams will allow you to be a KNX certified partner. Why should I go through the certified training? Why should be a certified partner? Let me tell you in a very simple way. Certified training has two major advantages. First, to be a certified partner. Then the practical part of the training itself. So to be a certified partner, meaning that your knowledge and your experience is worldwide certified. And many times now, when your company is going through a project, then you will find that they will be the project owners may ask about your certificates. And a lot of projects now will be asking that if you are going to take that project, you will have at least minimum amount of people certified in your company. But this is the proof that you are that you because this is the proof that your people or your engineers are certified, are experienced, and they can handle the project. And many times when you are trying to deal with some vendors or some distributors with some brands, they will ask you also about how many certified people are you in your company. So this is very important. When you get certified, your name will be your company name or your name will be announced on KNX Association website. So anyone will be able to check if you are certified or not, and they will be able to see, and they will be able to see on the company website how many how many students you have certified. So I'll be able to see the size of your company and how many engineers are certified in your company and what kind of experience they have, what kind of project they have, and what kind of certificate they have. Are they certified in a basic and advanced or only basic course? This will also raise your rating or your ranking in the KNX Association website. Begin with the KNX certified course, basic certified course. This is the basic course that you start with, and once you finish the course and the exams, you will be certified KNX partner. And certified KNX partner, as we said, meaning a worldwide recognition about your skills and your experience. What will be taught in this course? We have in this course two parts, one theory part, one practical part. Let me tell you about the theory part first. The theory part, we have few chapters. One of the chapters is called System Argument, and System Argument chapter will teach you in a very simple way about KNX. It will show you that KNX is not a simple standard, but this is the global and this is the biggest standard that will allow connecting devices worldwide together. Devices that control HVAC, lighting, shutters, blinds, any type of control in your house. It will show you the strengths of KNX and the history of KNX as well. This is the chapter we call argument. And after the argument, you go through a chapter called bus devices. In the bus devices, we'll be talking about the anatomy of a KNX device. So we'll take the device and we'll start talk about what the system device or the bus device is doing. Okay, what is the actuator and what will found in the actuator? What is a sensor and what will be found in the sensor? So now we start talking about more about the device. Then we have a chapter called system topology, and this is a very important chapter, and this is one of the long chapters in KNX. It will teach you, I will show you how to connect devices or how to design a project from a small project to a very big project. It will show you that how KNX can handle very big projects that might contain thousands of devices. And the famous example that we have that Dubai airport is KNX and it's almost there with more than 7,000 KNX devices together. So it will show you the connection of the devices from the topology point of view and how to handle small or very large projects. We go through a chapter called installation. Installation chapter is talking mostly about the wiring and the cabling of KNX devices together and how to protect this installation from maybe lighting or from excessive heat, how to put this in the panel. So it's now more about the site experience and how to do the implementation of the project itself. Then you go through a chapter called system overview. And in the system overview, this is showing you how to put everything together. So it is showing you how to put everything together, how to design a project using the experience that you got from the past chapters together, how to program this project. And this chapter, by the way, will not be totally understood unless you start the practical part, because in the practical part, you will apply what you learn here, and then you will find out the link very clear in front of you. KNXRF chapter is simply showing you that KNX is not only about wired devices together, but you can have also in your project devices that not wired together, but going through RF technology, radio frequency technology. So you can expand your projects through even areas where you cannot have wiring in them. And this includes the chapter, the theory part. This is the chapter that should be taught in a KNX certified basic course. We also added some chapters. One of the chapters we added as well from our site is an introduction about home automation in general, because you need to know about home automation in general in a theory part. And this actually is our first chapter. So our first chapter is what is home automation, what is building automation, what is the benefit of home automation, and how to sell it to your client. Done with the theory part, then we start the practical part. And the practical part is where all the fun starts. For me, this is the most interesting part of the training. And this is, I always tell my students, don't take the practical part online. Take the practical part always on site, because you will be doing practical stuff, practical exercise with the device, with the real actual KNX devices on the real actual KNX kit. So you will be dealing with devices as you are dealing with devices in the site. If you take this online, then you only saw the device through the camera. This will not give you the practical experience. And believe me, I've seen that in interviews and I've seen that in sites. Whenever you see a certified engineer that took the practical part online, and you start giving him some assignments on the site or even in the interview itself, we see that how shaky he is, because he cannot really handle that for the first time. You cannot handle the practical part on the site without taking the practical part on the course first. Otherwise, you will miss a lot of information that will cost you a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money if you try to solve that during the site itself, on the project site itself. So always try to take the practical part on the KNX training center on site, not online. And this is also how KNX Association is encouraging, and it's a mandate that you took the KNX part on site. But what will be taught in the KNX part, in the KNX practical part? KNX practical part, in a very brief way, is aiming for you to design a small project and start implementing this small project on a real KNX kit, dealing with real KNX devices. You will be learning how to design and connect devices to control lighting, dimming on off, and how to control lighting is on off and dimming, and how to control shutters or blinds, okay, in a project, in a real project. And you program this together and build this in a real project and test it yourself. And also how to do diagnostics and how to do scenes diagnostic, meaning that how to troubleshoot for a problem, and how to see communication going together, that you will need also this skill in the real site. And how to do scenes, meaning that with a push of a button, I can make lights go on and shutters go down, something like that. And this is how to do a scene. And you do this control using a KNX keypad as well. Now let me take you about the practical part in our training, okay? First of all, we start with the revision about the theory part, because you know that you might take the theory part sometime before the practical part. Some points may have been missed from your practical, from the theory part. So we start with some revision. We go through the theory part in a fast way. We focus on the important part that you'll use mostly on your KNX projects. Then we start focusing about a design of a KNX project together. So we start with the design of the client. Okay, we talk about how the clients want the project. We take these client requirements and we see how to implement them, about choosing the KNX products, and how then we are going to put those products together. After going through the device that we'll choose, then we go through the KNX kit, because this is a KNX kit where we will put the device together and start implementing. This is one of the kits that we are using in our training. As you can see, we have here the kits, and we start normally with talking about the cabling, the KNX cabling, the KNX wires. We start showing you how the wires are connected, how the devices are connected from the power supply and from the power supply to each device by itself. Then we talk about the devices, one device and the next. Talk about the buttons in the device. We talk about the devices. We go to device by device, explaining the function, and intentionally put here uh, a blend of brands together to make sure to show you that how to configure brands together. Here you can see that we have a brands from ABB, from Elsner, from Vitrum, Italian brand, German brands, to show you how to blend brands together in a different in the same project. And it's one of the strongest function of KNX. You can see here that we have many devices, and we add up more devices in the courses as we need it. So here we have the shutter actuator, we have the dimmer actuator, we have also dairy gateway for the KNX advanced course, fan collision actuator. This is a very advanced power supply showing the power consumption. We have screens, keypads from ABB, and one keypad also from Vitrum. Going from devices, we have to go now to the wiring of the device itself, not the KNX wire, the normal wiring. And this why the training kit we have is not a closed one, but it's an open one. So normally we can open the training kit from behind, show you the different wiring we have, the electric wiring, where is the line, the neutral, all type of wiring we can show you in the kit, so you understand the wiring of your project in the kit itself. Then we show you even the daily lighting, the daily adapter, the daily driver. So at the end, you will have a clear idea about the devices, the different type of wiring, including the electrical wires and the KNX wiring. And these are the real way we try to show you in the project itself. This is how the project itself will look like. We try to put you the same vision you will see in the project in our training itself. Not only the devices, but also on how to connect the devices together. After that, we start implementing this project where we control lights and shutters and scenes and do diagnostics on the kit in itself. So we start with the ETS. ETS is the engineering tool software where we do programming and commissioning of KNX devices together. This is the software that we'll use whenever you are doing any KNX project. This is where you can put all the devices together and start do the programming. So we start first about what is ETS, how much ETS costs, what kind of vouchers I get when I have the training about KNX, and what are the versions of ETS, what is the license of ETS. Then we go through the ETS itself, we install it on our laptops, we start going through the ETS, what kind of views we have in the ETS, so we start of implementing the project itself in ETS. Once we start building the project part by part, we start everyone in the training will start implementing that on the kit itself. The number of kits depending on the number of people attending the course. You start implementing yourself one by one, then we start inventing some scenarios. So each one will have to come up with some kind of scenario to do it, something different than your colleague. And then you start do that. And during that, you will find out what kind of issues you will face on the site itself. In this part, we'll focus about examples from real life projects. We don't only talk about the theory part. No, we talk about practical exercises that we face in some projects. We talk about even cabling and how to put cabling together. And this is the part where we finish the first day, and then also some part of the second day, building scenarios, focusing on lighting, dimming, focusing on different scenarios, focusing on shutters as well. You understand the theory and you implement it with the practical part, and you have the experience that we gained through our years of experience, and you implement them also on the kit. Then we go through the diagnostics part. We show you how parts are communicating together. You can see that on your own. And we show you and actually put you in situations where things are not going as you planned. What are you going to do about that? Then we go through not only that, but we go through how to build the PEQ. We go through how to choose the devices, how to have some kind of project management during the project itself. Once you feel that you are ready, we go with the practical exam of the practical part. The practical exam is a 90-minute exam where you implement what you've learned on the real kit. So you start on your own ETS, on your own laptop, and you start building a complete project from the beginning. Then, once you've done with that, then you can go through also the theory exam. Once you pass the 2 exams, then you are a certified KNX partner. And this is something that will make you recognized all over the world about with your skills and your expertise. This is a very prestigious certificate, by the way, in home automation and building automation. Worldwide recognized. Anyone in the world will be able to see how skilled you are. Now let me tell you about what will be the difference when you attend the course with us. In this set of features or benefits we designed early 2025, okay, so a few months ago. And the aim was only to make sure that your training is beneficial for you, not only as a certificate, but also in the practical part. And this is the important thing. The important thing about the training is the knowledge that you are going to apply in the practical part on the site, that you're going to apply in your company, in your projects. Other than that, the certificate will not be giving you the real benefit of it. So let me tell you about the points that we added in our training. First thing, of course, we talked about that the training part is 2 days. Okay, so this full 2 days for only practical part. And what else? In some areas, in some countries, we are also giving these 2 days during the weekend. So you don't have to take days off from your company. You don't have to be sitting in the training and you are worried from SMS coming from your manager. No, you have to be totally focused on the training, and this is why we designed the training mostly in UAE and Saudi to be done during weekend. Practical and realistic, because if the practical part is far from the realistic world, then it will not be that beneficial. So we added many parts talking about practical parts, about realistic projects that we went through from residential, from commercial. We will talk about cabling. We will talk about how clients are perceiving your scope. We make sure that we teach you how to have the experience with the client, to make sure that you anticipate the client requirements, to make sure that you anticipate the issues that might happen in the project itself, how to put a plan and the backup plan. It is a project, so you have to talk about project management. So we talk in our training about project management. It's not mandated by KNX Association, by the way, but we added that to our training center. But we added that to our training. We talk about project management, how to deal with the project task in general. We talk about how to build the BOQ, okay, how to put an offer for your project, and how to close the project as well. Sometimes language is a barrier, so we do our training in English and in Arabic. So if you are not very good in one of the language, you can get through the other language. Sometimes even this is covering the practical part and the theory part as well. Now, what will most of the students are worried about? I do the training today, but now I need some kind of advice during a project, and this is where we offer project support. So whenever you take a training with us, whenever you have an issue that you want to cover or something that you want to ask about, we offer you free support via WhatsApp, free advice, free consultation. In case you need some of the engineers to go with you in a project itself on the site, then some charges might apply. But other than that, it's a free to ask for anything you need to check about in your project. How about the freshman course? So you attend the course and then you need a few months past, you have a project coming and you need to have a refreshment course. Come again, let's attend again. So once you attended once, you can also attend another time totally for free, the practical part totally for free, with no cost. And technology is moving. So a lot of things are happening during the months. So today you've been taught something, but after a few months, something new is coming because KNX Association is keeping updating the technology and products are coming. So what we do is that whenever we have a new technology coming, a new trend coming from KNX Association, we simply record a video and put it in our YouTube channel, and we'll send you about that. Since you are in one of our followers in our groups, we'll tell you that there's a video now talking about that. So you just go get refreshed about the new trend, about the new technology with nothing to worry about. And references. You need a reference because you will forget, and this is normal. So anything you take in our training, you will have the reference. You'll have a recorded videos of the theory part. You'll have recorded videos of the practical part. You have the PDFs about the theory part. So you have everything as a reference for you, so you can get back to them whenever you need and whenever you need to check about anything. And since we know that a lot of companies are going to the course with the intention to be recognized on the KNX Association website, we had a section where we talk about the KNX partner scoring and how to increase your score or your ranking on the KNX Association website. We teach you how to do that. We give you links on how to apply that whenever you need to increase your rank on the KNX Association website. Whenever you take a certified training from our certified training center or other training centers as well. Then you will have a voucher about KNX ETS Professional. This will save you around 250 or 300 euros in your KNX ETS license whenever you are trying or going to choose or to buy the KNX ETS license. That was it. This is how we designed our training and our courses to be the most beneficial for you. If you have any question or you want to add something to our trainings, let us know. We've been in this field for almost now more than 10 years. We do KNX projects, we do consultancy, we do trainings, we do support for projects, consultancy for end user, consultancy for system integrators, we do supervision of projects, and we do this in KNX and also in some wireless brands as well. We work with the major brands of KNX worldwide. We are a channel partner to many of the worldwide leader brands of KNX. Anyway, if you have any question or anything you want to add to our training portfolio or something that will make our service for students is a better way, let us know. Whenever you have a question, let us know and make sure that you get the training in a very good way and that you apply this in your practical life. And this is where it matters. See you next time, inshallah. That was Wissam from iHomeFuture, one of the partners of iHomeFuture and a certified tutor. Assalamu alaikum.